anybody in here for April 19th, 2018, episode 10. We're some guys who hung out together for a few years, then decided to start a podcast. We don't adhere to any format. We do interviews, social commentary, or any subject we think we can make a show, designed to make you think and laugh. Email ZanybodyInHere at ZanybodyInHere@gmail.com, Facebook ZanybodyInHere, podcast, webpage at ZanybodyInHere.com. Support ZanybodyInHere. Find us on Patreon at ZENYBODY in here. In this show, we discuss Plato's Cave, chalkboard paint, a local open house party, the devil visits the podcast. We have fan questions, including which is smarter, cats or dogs. Also, we play some mind games. And here's our host, Adam Baker, Bill Wilkerson, Kevin Traylor, and Tim Altork.
Testicles.
Testicles.
Never gets old.
Never gets old.
Never gets old. Woo! Okay, so
Ghost boogers.
subject for tonight, or
Do we have a topic?
Well, I have some news.
Adam has news.
I got 2 turntables and a smart cell phone.
what?
Adam's in the present world. Got a smartphone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey guys,
Hey, say, devil, how many ticks does it take to fill up a hole?
How many?
how many ticks?
Yeah, how many ticks? Tick, tick, tick.
Are you saying ticks or
Yeah.
dicks?
Whoa! Way to go there,
I know what
Tim.
he's
Yeah, I know,
talking about.
that had the
I
cake,
wasn't
Tim.
clear.
I know what's coming out of your mouth, Tim. Filth.
We know.
Trying to clarify, that's all.
In his mouth.
When you guys
When you guys get down to hell, anyway?
Well, Bill is on his way. I know that much.
No, I'm not. Why am I going to hell?
You're like the devil's brother, Bill.
Okay.
Maybe a far distant cousin.
Oh, this is like the cave.
Yeah, that's the cave one.
Cave or like
Cave?
a basement.
Like
Right,
Plato's cave?
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, you know, the Play-Doh stuff.
Yeah.
Play with this.
What do you do with Play-Doh?
What are you talking? No, you don't know about Plato's cave?
No, I don't. What
What's
is that?
Plato's cave?
Like the philosopher.
The philosopher.
Well, I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Joking
Well, I
about
mean,
Play-Doh.
like,
I know
Bill's-
who the guy is. I don't know what the cave
I don't
is.
recall that story. Do you mind sharing it with us?
I really hope it's Plato. I'm gonna feel like an idiot if it's like
Because
Socrates or
I
Aristotle.
don't think
Socrates'
we're
cave.
held to a very high standard.
Yeah. So anyway,
I haven't heard of anybody's cave, so
if you're a 2-dimensional person and your whole world is 2-dimensional, your only input is
Two-dimensional.
yeah. So like you can deduce that there's a 3-dimensional world if you see shadows on the side of the cave wall.
This sounds like the tour guide I had yesterday at a party.
Some weird shit.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let's stop.
this
Start
cave is
over.
making me sleepy.
No. Okay. Through math, if you have a little window of knowledge and you don't quite understand it, it can tell you about 5th, 6th, and 7th dimensional worlds that exist outside of what you can experience as a person. If you're a person chained to the same spot in your entire life, you're looking at one wall of a cave. Behind you, there's an opening that you don't know about. You know, you see like the sun rising and sun setting through the light on
Shadows.
the wall that you're looking at. One day, if a person outside the cave walks by, that's going to show up as a 2-dimensional shadow on the wall that you always look at.
In your field of vision.
And how does this
Right.
person get stuck to a chain like that? What did they do?
This is an example. There's so many different stories that
That's a dark example, man. That's
Say-
hard.
Well, it's
Well,
not
we're in a
my
cave.
example.
It's dark.
Oh.
But you're chained.
It's always dark in
You're
caves.
chained
Yeah,
in a
man.
cave. What the
This
fuck
is
did
like-
this person do?
Yeah, we're still in the cave.
This is
Well, we
pre-
should be in the
this
cave.
is
We're talking
about the
Okay,
cave.
okay, that's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
While
We'll get
we're
out
in
of the cave in a minute.
Okay.
This
We're
is
4-dimensional.
pre-electricity. So, of course, it was dark.
There's some good beats in the cave.
They
Yeah.
are. I like this cave.
Yeah.
We're like in a nightclub
But you
cave.
know, the first episode podcast we did, we heard that noise, and you never came through this sound recorder. Maybe it will this time.
Yeah.
Well,
who
hey,
knows?
a little background music.
Or
Can't really tell
maybe
what it
just the
is.
listeners think we're hearing things that we're not hearing.
Which that's
Also
okay too.
fun, Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Or
wrong
we're
It's
just
fine, don't
broadcasting
judge
in
us.
a nightclub.
or that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or day club.
It's midnight.
So are we going to leave the cave, or are we still staying in the
No,
cave?
stay in the cave.
Or are we done with
Are we
the
done with the?
Plato's cave?
Well, I mean, I thought I explained it exceptionally well.
I really have
I
no
was
idea
really
what you're talking
impressed.
about.
Okay, if you can.
See, what I always do is ask Bill later what he was talking about.
Does,
Sound like a real dumbass to start with.
I'm just going to tell you. Normally,
Bill, what was he talking about? Can you explain it?
Spelunking. That's what he was talking about.
does Bill ever clarify for you later, Kevin? Like,
Nah, not really.
yeah.
Sometimes.
So why ask? But anyway, if you have like a little bit of information, in this case, it's somebody walking outside the cave. You see a different shadow, and it's got roughly the same shape as you.
What about when the bats fly in and out?
So what you're saying is you can get peripheral information that you have not had before, and then deduce that there is something larger than what your existence is.
Yeah, and I'm saying
It's
this
kind of
is-
like people that have been brainwashed, like by religion or cults or whatever. They get so locked into what their world has become or what they've been told their world is that when they see something outside of that, they become alarmed or whatever. And
It's a form of small box syndrome.
Yeah, but like in this scenario,
Small cave syndrome.
how
Are we
how
in the cave?
terrified?
are we still in the case?
So yeah,
Yeah, we're
it's
still in the cave.
Doesn't sound like
at
yeah.
least in my mind, I
can
don't have
turn it up a little
earbuds.
bit, a little bit more cave. There's a little bit more cave.
Whoa, that's a weird cave.
Now we're deep in the cave.
Oh, we're going deeper.
We're underwater.
So the four of us
With
are
cotton in our
chained
mouths.
together, and we're looking at the wall, and
That's-
all of us see the shadow go by. Which one of us is gonna like find a way to get unchained and turn around and go explore that outside world? How terrifying would that be? Would you do it?
Yeah.
You think so?
Without any prior knowledge of the outside world?
Okay, that's the equivalent of
That'd
you
be-
right now.
I don't understand what you're asking.
That'd be like putting on a dress and walking down Main Street. I mean,
Right, like you got to change your whole.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying I have or haven't done that.
Are we in the cross-dressing cave now?
So it's the same principle to go out of your way.
Okay, there's
We're
like
gonna see Kevin walking down Main Street tomorrow morning in a
right,
dress.
and he's like, "I'm a sixth-dimensional being, and I'm a lovely dressed woman.
You can't see.
I don't know what you're so upset about.
I've seen the light. I'm out
And
of
it's
the cave.
beautiful.
I'm coming out of the cave.
See, you people just need to come out of your cave. I'm out of my cave.
You're out of your cave, Bill?
I'm doing Kevin.
Oh, Kevin's out. Kevin in his dress is out of his cave. And his closet, apparently.
That's right.
Yeah, is the cave and the closet same thing?
Not according to Plato,
I saw it.
but according to me, yes.
That's all we're concerned about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who knows the lineage? Like who's in order? It's what like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and you got Alexander the Great.
Yeah,
Is that
I
what
think
you're
that's
Yeah,
exactly
I was
correct.
listening
I have
to
no clue.
I was listening to some philosophical podcast the other day, and he went in order. He said, I think was it Socrates was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't write anything down.
Right.
And, he actually was he the one that got killed for his beliefs?
He killed himself.
He killed himself.
Well,
Okay.
he's
He's
gonna
the one that
get
drank
he's-
hemlock.
He was gonna get killed.
Oh,
for
he's
his
going to get
beliefs.
killed. I remember one of them said he was going to get killed. It's pretty good. I listened to Philosophize This.
Now, how many years did he spend in college?
Well,
Socrates?
They didn't have college back then.
Dude,
did
he
they?
invented
Yeah,
college.
he invented the academy.
He didn't write anything down, and folks used to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Did he? I really hope he.
We have
I'm not-
college because of Socrates.
I really hope I'm not spreading misinformation.
I really hope
We usually do spread misinformation.
that's the whole point.
Like I said, I just listened to a podcast about 30 podcasts ago, which means last week, and I better remember it, but it sounds right.
Speaking of misinformation, did you know that a 100% wool sweater can stop a bullet?
That's
That's
a
bull.
lot of misinformation.
No, that's totally true.
No, it's not.
Where'd you see that?
I read it in a book
Well,
that
Kevin,
holds the
It's gotta be
microphone.
true.
we have to test this. Kevin, get your gun.
I
Adam,
don't
put on a
think
little
so.
sweater, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
People say,
Kevin's
"Oh,
a
I saw it
terrible
on the internet, so it can't be true." Does it just because it's in a book? Does that make it true too? There's book of lies all over the place.
Well, Encyclopedia
You read it in
Britannica,
an
that was
encyclopedia?
like, huh?
You read it in an encyclopedia?
No, I'm just saying, like, at one point, that was
Well, didn't,
the reference for all knowledge. It was, like, very
Yeah,
respected.
we grew up with
Yeah, but
encyclopedias.
there's also books that say the moon is made of cheese, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
not.
I mean, they're like title fiction, right?
So, but
or the
what is
Earth is flat. Like people thought the Earth was
Yeah, you
flat.
have
It was
people that-
scientific information.
If you put it in a book, doesn't make
Put it
a
in a
fact.
book.
Just
That's
I'm,
what- that's
I'm
the
with
problem.
you. Like, I'm making that point,
The Bible.
saying that people trusted the encyclopedias.
That's why you're going to hell, Bill.
Oh,
But I mean, that's the problem today is
there's no problems.
there's people growing up
Everything
who's
is
used to
great.
seeing it in print and assuming it's true or reasonably factual.
That's true, Kevin.
So they
Even-
see it on the internet where any dumbass can make a podcast or write a paper and put it on the internet and that billions see it. It doesn't necessarily mean they know what they're talking about.
like talking about Abraham Lincoln being gay.
Yeah, or somebody could just say
Well, that
Abraham
is
Lincoln was
true.
gay in a
That's-
podcast.
that's
That's
absolutely
like,
true.
you know.
You're a verified expert. That's
Yes,
right.
Abraham Lincoln. Yeah.
Gabriel. My son, Gabriel.
It's going to be president one day.
Okay, so
So should we stay in the cave or are we leave?
I don't
the
know.
cave?
Y'all leave the cave?
Well,
Yeah,
you
let's get
guys
out of
have
this
not
cave.
been impressed with my cave knowledge.
We'll go back to
I don't
the
think you
cave.
explained it very
When
well.
we talk philosophy, we'll go back to Adam's cave.
I like philosophy. I've been getting that's
Okay.
that's
Let's-
the majority
let's get out of
podcasts
this
I
cave.
listen to. You gotta get out of that cave.
Yeah, let's
let's-
get out of this.
Okay, let's
Let's go to like Randy.
Well, we ran out
Oh, okay, there we go.
Whoa.
okay, what's this?
Now we're like in a sound chamber.
We rode horses out of the cave.
Okay.
I wish I could hear any of this. Tim stole my damn
No,
earphones.
you gave them up willingly.
Yeah.
I
Let me
will
get some
not.
more. I've got a headphone adapter, and from now on, if you ever get any headphones, get the kind with the big thing.
Hey, what's this empty space in the big control
You'd stick your
panel?
finger in it.
You can hear everything except the Satan mic.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah.
You're a natural
What,
conductor.
what's the name of this?
I do
What's the
not
name?
work
This
with
is,
trains.
Chorus.
Of course.
I'm
So
not
we're
a
in a
conductor.
chorus hall.
Yeah.
You're a
Are
natural.
we going to sing like a chorus?
What was
Yeah, you
that?
say
We're
that,
having
of
two
course.
different conversations. Adam and I were having a
Yeah,
conversation.
he's,
You guys-
he's saying that I'm a natural
Well,
conductor.
I'll
which-
listen to the podcast.
A chorus
twice.
conductor?
Okay.
What?
You're gonna have to listen to it more than that. This is very confusing.
A chorus conductor?
No,
What
a
kind of chorus?
natural conductor.
Oh, like energy.
No,
Like I was saying,
no, like
I was
I'm a
referring
leaf.
to an electrical conductor because he was sticking his finger in the thing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about I'm a leaf, and
I
I
just say that
driving
was
a
okay.
train.
Yeah.
Wait till I offer it.
That's not my finger.
Okay.
It's
That's
not
it's
my
offered.
thing.
That's not my thing.
What was that from?
That's a joke. That's an old joke.
No joke.
Yeah, it's
That's a fact. You're getting a joke and a fact.
Yeah.
well, it may be a fact-based joke, but it's an old joke.
Ronnie
Is
You
that
know,
a
Dangerfield.
joke?
you know, the two. There's a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there together.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember.
And he says, you know, he's getting a little frisky, and he says, "Can I put my finger in your belly button?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that.
And she says, "All right, yeah, that's no big deal. I mean, it's kind of weird, but you know, yeah, you can put your finger in my belly button." And then so he goes and he does it, and she goes, "Whoa, wait a second, that's not my belly button." And he goes, "That's not my finger."
So
That's not a cool joke anymore.
That is not a cool joke anymore. Like I heard that in middle school, so things have changed.
If you just change add the sentence that he gave me some Jello to start with, it'd be at least relevant to certain.
Do you
times.
think Bill Cosby said that one before they fell asleep?
Yeah.
I've got a funny joke for you.
That's not
gonna
the Bill
put my
famous Bill
finger-
Cosby. That's another Bill Cosby you don't know.
I'm gonna put my finger in your belly button.
You better live with the pudding.
Wait, what hole are you going to now?
That is definitely not the belly button.
this is so far removed from electrical current.
Yeah.
That's what makes us artists. We can
Right.
go wherever
Yeah.
the current
The flow,
takes
the
us.
current flow takes.
I'm an
us.
artist. I'm a gnawing, cheese-eating rat.
Well,
Is
yeah.
the door
We're
locked?
recording.
Thing is. No, it's not.
It might be a
recording. If you're
bonus.
gonna just yell at people if they came in.
Yeah,
Get the hell out of here.
What the fuck you doing? Get out of here!
Closed.
Is anybody not in here?
Ow.
Take off your pants if you come in here.
Is anybody in me?
Come have some pudding.
Show me your belly button.
Here, let me show you my finger.
Okay.
Brown
right.
finger.
Golden brown.
Finger.
Okay.
So, what's new?
Did you know that chalkboard paint is a perfect substitute for asphalt if you need to fix a pothole?
Where do you come up with this stuff?
So,
Where did you read that one?
I didn't read it. I just know it. It's factual. I've tried it out, and it works.
You fixed a pothole with what?
Chalkboard paint.
Chalkboard paint.
I can almost see that working, but
It's thicker than regular paint. It's the
Chalkboard
same. It's
paint.
typically. What are you saying? Are you saying charcoal paint?
I'm just trying to get my head around that fact.
it's not a fact.
Usually on a chalkboard, you use chalk.
In my mind, I thought you meant chalk dust for potholes, and I had to put it together.
Hey, it doubles up. You can take your chalk out on the middle of the street and play with it there.
Yeah.
When you
Well,
fix a pothole.
That's what they mean when everybody says, "Adam, go play in the street," and
So
I
that's what you
say, "Well, there's chalkboard paint out there now, so maybe I will."
Okay, so what is chalkboard paint?
You don't
I'm
know
with
what
Kevin.
chalkboard-
I was thinking chalk.
You don't know what chalkboard paint is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, it's paint. But when you put it up, it's
do you
a
wanna-
writable
do you wanna
surface. You
look
see the
behind
wall over
Bill?
there?
For all the listeners, Kevin is pointing.
That's chalkboard.
That's how
At
they
the
did
chalkboard.
that.
But he's not. But
Wine
Kevin is
video.
not pointing with his finger.
What's he put? Put that back. Come on, Kevin. Jesus.
This is a family show.
It was horizontal. I just
Wait till we get back in the cave for that. The pudding cave.
You're a lot taller than I remember, Kevin.
Laying down. So yeah,
That's not chalk. That's chalkboard paint.
it's chalk written on chalkboard paint. It turns a wall into a chalkboard.
Oh, you're not talking about the stuff you
How
write
fucking
with.
dumb have you become since you started talking to us?
Chalkboard paint. I thought you were talking about something that you write on a chalkboard with, not the stuff that you create.
Instead
a
of chalk,
Now
you're
that makes a whole
painting
lot
on
more
it.
sense that you could turn that into a road because that looks like
I'm
a
good
road.
right now.
Yeah, and it doubles as a solar panel because it's electrically conductive.
No, you're just.
You know, in California, they're painting the roads white
Why?
because it's not supposed to be as hot, so it'll help.
It's reflective.
Yeah,
It doesn't absorb the heat. It
but they're
reflects.
saying it costs a lot of money. But at the same time, though, that's a lot of heat that gets put off from all the asphalt there in L.A.
I think it's a scheme to sell more sunscreen.
You sunscreen on the road, cars would be slipping and sliding all over the place.
No, like sunscreen for people.
We all went to an event yesterday. It was a open house for
Can I
historic
finish
home
my story?
renovation. What were you talking
No, it's,
about?
it's fine.
What were you talking
I'm not
about?
mad. I'm not
You weren't
bitter
really
about
telling
it.
a story, Adam. You just
I had
you
something
spouting
back-
random
You're talking
facts.
about chalkboard paint for potholes. Is that a story?
You get more sunburn in snow than you do at the beach.
Oh.
And
Well, yeah.
there's no, just it's not important. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Well, there's
I'm
a
fine.
planet. I can't remember the name of the planet. I think it's Venus on the dark side of the Venus. The
On the dark side of the penis?
I'm gonna report you to the Department of
Is
Redundancy.
that a
Department
cover
for
band
being
for
redundant.
Pink Floyd? Dark side of the
they said
penis.
it actually rains suntan screen, the same chemicals that are suntan screen.
What?
I heard that on anything, but no
I
such
think
thing.
this
but a
whole
fish.
side of the table is full of you know what.
They said that planet actually has sunscreen raining down at night.
What planet?
I can't remember. Jupiter, Venus, something. Hey, I'll have to double check my facts.
So
Maybe it's at the bottom of that glass, Kevin.
I think it is. I'm trying to get there.
I think all of us need to switch to coffee.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
how
be
the
more
Declaration of Independence got written.
Bullshit.
fun. On coffee?
No, everybody was drinking beer, and then they switched to coffee, and they was like, "Hey, let's write this important document now that we're 10
You know, I
times
have an
smarter."
actual true story about that.
All right.
Declaration of Independence. It was so.
You're not
effing-
that old.
No, I was there.
Are you going to say hot?
Yeah, hot. And what happened was that the Liberty Hall was actually by a horse stable, and so what was happening was these flies were coming into the congregation where they were trying to hash out the Declaration of Liberty and what is it called? Declaration of Independence. And so these flies were coming in. All the founding fathers were so annoyed by their situation, the heat, and you got to think about all the clothes that they used to wear back then. You can't imagine, and the wigs, like how hot it was.
in the middle of July in Philadelphia. All these flies are coming in here. They're just like, let's just get this stupid thing done and get out of here.
Shit flies.
And that's exactly what happened. That's why it got done on July 4th, because they could have stayed in there and debated the wording of it like for weeks on end, because that's what politicians do. But they were ready to get the hell out of there.
Well, that's what we should do for Congress now. There should be no air conditioning, no
We should
heat,
just pump some flies into.
and
Or
pump
just
shit
have-
flies
have
into
me
there.
go in there and just gas them with my.
Whoa.
Wait, that
Well,
sounds traitorous.
That's.
What are you guys talking about? I'm
people aren't
talking
I'm
about
not talking about killing anybody, Adam.
wow, me either. I was just saying like I eat some like questionable food and go in there
he's
with
talking about like airport gas.
Oh, you're not talking about Hitler gas.
wow, no, of course not. That's not.
I didn't know if you
helpful.
were stepping out of your 2-dimension and.
Yeah. Getting violent on us.
Who says leaving the cave has to be a violent endeavor? It should be enlightening. That's how you get your punya.
What is that?
That's knowledge.
Punya?
Sila, samadhi, and then punya.
I thought that was pussy in Spanish.
Punya.
We all call her Punta because no one really knows her name.
I'm saying punya.
Oh, they said Punta.
What song is that, Kevin?
Yeah.
This is ZZ Top deep cut off their, what's the name of that album?
We're full of facts here.
One of the earlier albums before they did the, sharp dressed man shit.
Can I just say Jackie's probably screaming at
Jackie,
the
I'm sure
podcast
knows
now
because it's on the tip of my tongue.
when she hears
I want to
it.
say Tres Hombres, but I might be totally wrong. I don't want to come to that.
Ooh, Jackie.
But Jackie will tell us, and we'll explain that to you.
You know what Tres Hombres is interpreted into English?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you?
I'm waiting on you to say. I was just saying, yeah. I'm
You're waiting to
excited
see it
for
so you can
to-
tell me if I'm
See if
right.
you're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Three brothers?
3 men.
3 men. Okay.
Hombres.
No.
Yeah. Men.
Man.
Yeah,
okay.
you are correct, Tim.
Thank you, Adam,
Can
No
you-
point.
for verifying.
But you didn't sweat it like at the spelling bee, like the kids at spelling bees. They always say they're always sweating over the word. You know, they're like,
Have you ever been in a spelling bee?
no, because
I-
I don't want to be humiliated.
I flopped out of a spelling bee on. I still remember this. This was probably when I was 8 or 9 years old. Handkerchief.
How
I got the E and the I mixed up at the end.
See, I always get my E.
how far did you make it? How many were left?
I think there was like 4 of us left. I was close, and I really thought that I was going to win this thing.
I had a top 3 finish in 3rd grade.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about the same.
I was so happy. I didn't care about winning, just to stay in it that long.
Yeah,
I was thrilled.
it's a sense of
I was
accomplishment.
like, fuck you, smart
There's
kids.
like a preliminary before you get to compete questionnaire, and they just cat. It's words like that, and I didn't get past that round.
You said T-A-C?
E. I kept adding the E to everything. ER.
Does that start with a G?
Anyway, you guys have fun yesterday?
Oh yeah, Bill was telling us stories before
Oh,
Adam
yeah.
so rudely interrupted.
My feelings are so hurt right now.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
Bill.
cry.
But-
I'm gonna cry.
But 3 stories ago, I want to add the fact that in foreign countries, they put rubber in their asphalt, and that's like 10 times as long
They put rubber in their asshole?
in their asphalt. In their asphalt.
Sorry, I just need some voice clarification there.
So
They
it-
put
We
rubber
do
on
that here
their-
in America too.
They put rubber on their fingers.
is it? Well, that's
Okay,
that's
they put
another-
rubber in the asphalt
Yes.
for what?
For what purpose?
It lasts longer. They get more.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
The rubber helps last longer.
It helps a lot of things.
So why do I need to buy new tires ever if I'm riding on asphalt?
Because you don't have
With rubber in
concrete.
it.
You don't have asphalt
what?
mixed in with your tire.
Oh,
It's
you're
the
right.
combo of the two.
That's what I need. I'm gonna go slap some chalkboard paint on my tires.
There you go.
Shit,
Make
that'll work.
those last longer.
And you could draw little sayings on your tire.
Little Satans?
Little Satans. Little Satan sayings.
like what? Like what's a
what's a
Satan
good
saying?
Yeah, Bill, give us a Satan
Hold on.
Yeah,
quote.
give us a Satan
Hold
quote.
on, no, give me a
us a-
second,
a
Bill.
Satan.
Tim's our
I'm the Lincoln guy.
Okay, here we are.
I'm the gay Lincoln guy. Bill's
Now
the,
we're ready.
oh, here's Satan. Yeah.
Oh, Satan's
Hello,
guy.
Mr. Devil.
Hey, where'd you
Can we?
come
Is it all right if we call you Satan?
For instance,
Okay.
yes,
Wow.
Mr. Satan for people I don't like. But you guys, I love
I don't
it.
know how I feel about
I
that.
don't either. That's not
I don't know
good.
if that's a compliment or not.
Also, we summoned you awfully quickly. I
I'll
didn't
take
expect you to
it,
just
Yeah.
show up.
Aren't you busy?
Yeah.
No. The world's going to shit. I've got nothing else to do. I heard your podcast, so I thought I'd come check you guys
thank
out.
you.
Well, I guess it's a pleasure to have you. I'm not real sure.
Welcome, maybe.
I'm a gentleman.
No.
Well, then why are you grabbing my ass?
Well, because it's nice looking.
That's not my belly button. See?
Oh, I love puns. You know Bill Cosby's going to be here soon. He doesn't have much
This
time
is
left.
getting very evil. Well, it's Satan, so I guess, you know.
It is Satan. He is the Prince of Darkness.
He is the Prince of Darkness.
Well, you got to give it to him. He's knocking
Now, let me ask
girls
you
out
this.
and then raping them. He's coming here.
Well, I don't doubt it.
And
Now, who's
wait
your
till
favorite?
the fun I have with him.
Well, here's my question. I mean, is it wrong to assume that your favorite artist is Black Sabbath, or are you more a Britney Spears type dude?
Britney Spears.
That's what I got that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You know, once he bit the... Didn't he bite the head off
Yeah.
a bat?
Well, that's
Britney Spears?
I love bats. They're like my
that is a good
pets.
point.
So for him to bite a head off, not a big fan. Britney Spears.
So the reason we summoned you,
Whoops. I did it again.
I need your advice.
Can you hear me, Adam?
Well, are you ready for me to talk now?
Yes.
Satan's
Go
so
ahead.
rude.
I need. I'm uncomfortable.
What's new?
I'll take my finger out. I'm sorry.
I need your advice on what sayings to write on my tire.
Oh, yeah. We need some Satan
Fuck you,
sayings.
everybody. Fuck you, everybody. Eat your children. Could be a one-tire. No? Something else?
Um.
About Jesus is...
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off,
Cut
man.
Satan off. Think we have enough Satan time for today. That was fun. Now we're gonna.
I didn't get to talk to him.
Whoops, we lost that line. It got a little bit bad there. I don't know what happened. I guess we didn't pay our phone bill correctly.
Maybe he'll.
Yeah, Bill, what
appear-
happened to you? I know you were scared to say you left the
Yeah,
room.
I left. He's scary.
Maybe he'll never.
And Tim
show
says
up.
I'll see him later anyway.
That's why Bill left. He's too close to.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's a little too close to home for Bill.
Yeah. So the party.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Bill.
have a good time.
Hey,
Yeah, what was about the
that was
party?
a great party, yeah.
Yeah.
So
A
we
friend
went-
of ours is renovating a house, and he had a pre-renovation party, so everybody could come look at it. And it's a big, old, historic house.
Which I thought was a good idea because, everybody wants to show off their post-renovation. Look how nice it is. But
Yeah, and you only see like a few pictures most of the time of a renovation without seeing the whole thing, and that way
you don't know
everybody-
what it was like before, so you don't know the before and after to compare it. And I think it was sort of brilliant on his part to let everybody in there and say, here's this dumpy old house, which everyone sees has a lot of potential.
Yeah. And he did it right too.
Yeah.
Free food, free beverages, just like a community thing. It was nice.
Yeah, I was thinking, I mean, in retrospect, it's a good idea, but before I went, I was thinking the same thing. Why would somebody want to show it before it gets the work done? But I guess you're right. When the work's done, everybody's going to want to see it.
Right, like I'm sure he's going to have another open house once it's done in a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
And then everyone will have that frame of reference, that third dimension like Adam was talking about.
Yeah. I think it's a really smart idea because I kind of do that with my personality. I'm showing a really honest but ugly personality right now, but you just wait a couple years after I work on myself a little bit.
When you renovate with Satan,
Hold it. See,
Satan, are you coming? Are you here?
Satan,
He's here.
I hope he doesn't show back up. Oh,
oh no. I think we had enough of you, Satan.
Adam, I'll be seeing you. Don't worry.
gonna see,
I know how bad you are.
what?
are you going to see the real Adam or the fake Adam that
Yeah.
he's been showing everybody?
Hawaii, Adam.
Hawaii Adam.
So not.
Yeah, he's going straight to hell. You did some bad things out there, Adam. You have to pay. All right, I'll see you guys.
Okay.
Bye,
All
Satan.
right, bye, Satan.
Well, you good. Bye-bye. Okay.
He didn't seem so bad.
Well, he's kind of,
Well,
personable.
he used to be an angel at one time, so
He's still got a little angel on him, I think.
but
no
Adam is shaken by his words from Satan.
Oh. Okay.
So the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the house.
Yeah, well, the basement has a portal to hell. Yes,
That's how Satan got out.
Yeah, that must be it.
Speaking
This is
of
the
portal to
Amityville
hell,
horror house.
whorehouse, the Amityville whorehouse.
That's what I said. What do you say?
It might be a whorehouse eventually. Who knows?
That'd be a lovely establishment for any business.
Especially a whorehouse business, huh?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
I choose my words carefully.
No, you don't.
Adam was acting like a tour guide for a little bit of it yesterday and just throwing out like nonsensical facts.
Tell us some facts about the house, Adam.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was
Nonsensical preferred.
yeah.
Yes.
All the banisters were individually carved from cheese, and then eventually molded into clay, and it hardened into stone over time because the house is actually from the 1700s.
And he even found a 1920s antique mop laying out
Oh,
back.
really?
Yeah, it
1920s?
was half covered in the mud in the backyard, and it was an antique mop.
It's funny, some people were walking by as you were doing that and they were chuckling.
Yeah.
You didn't know they were there.
Oh, my
Caught you
favorite
off
thing.
guard.
My favorite Adam story. Adam was, doing his regular wandering around aimlessly.
As Adam does
I
from
call
time
it
to
a
time.
walkabout.
A walkabout.
A
And this little
walkabout.
girl, probably about 5, 6, somewhere around that rough neighborhood, was watching him and laughing.
What was I doing?
Just wandering
Nothing,
around.
just aimlessly walking around. She's just sort of amused at you.
Adam, should we tell everyone what you ate at this party?
And what'd you eat at this party?
Yeah, you can tell everybody. I don't care.
What did you eat?
Adam, the vegetarian that he is,
Okay.
For a couple years now.
Yeah.
ate a cup full of tuna salad.
Yep. Well,
That
it was
explains
actually-
a lot after what you told me.
It was chicken salad.
Oh, it was chicken salad.
Chicken of the sea?
Well, I hadn't. No, it was chicken.
Okay.
Just regular old land chicken.
I mean, it was.
How do you not know you're eating chicken salad? I'm just wondering.
It was confusing
There
looking.
was
I almost
free
picked it up.
wine at this
Yeah,
event.
you were pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
can
pretty
see that.
gluten, whatever that means.
Looped.
I was pretty glute. Are you saying glutes?
Gloob.
Like
Yeah.
gluteus?
I was a gloob. That's for
Those
sure.
glue.
Don't be a gloob.
Yeah, when it's free wine, it's easy to
Yeah.
put them down.
Yeah, when it's free wine, it's easy to accidentally eat meat when you've made a conscious choice to not eat meat.
That's true. Well, I'll admit.
Are we talking about your gay percentage now?
When I'm on vacation, I tend to eat possibly, clam chowder, shrimp every once in a while, just for a little bit different, when I'm on vacation. But you don't eat much of it.
So you're not a vacation vegetarian.
I can't resist a good bowl of clam chowder.
Yeah, but that's
Does
Yeah,
that
that's not
count
much.
against? Is that
Well, it is some clam.
that's
in
a
it.
like
form of
very,
vegetarianism.
Yeah, you're like a
like
pescatarian.
I think
You eat
it's
fish.
pescatarian.
Yeah.
eat
or
fish.
whatever. Yeah.
Never heard that
I
word.
occasionally eat some
There's-
shelled fish.
there's
That's about it.
Vegan, you don't have any animal products.
Yeah, no animal
Right.
products.
That's more of a lifestyle, not just your diet. Like you don't have leather shoes or anything like that. I believe.
I have no leather on me right now.
You don't. I haven't gone that far because I'm
My
lazy.
underwear is leather.
I have to when I have to dress up, I have
Yeah.
to put on leather sometimes because I don't have any.
Yeah, I think
leather-free
I have leather
dress
shoes
things.
on right now. I assume that.
Well, I had 3 chili dogs for dinner. So how about
all right.
that?
I
You
used to
guys
love a
can
good
suck
chili
it with your
dog.
Vegetarian crap.
We're not like
Burn
well,
your
at least-
asshole.
At least not me. Like I'm not judging you.
How's that sound coming out?
Oh, it's music to my ears.
You know what used to
buddy.
make me mad though? About a foot long at Dairy Queen.
What?
You assume you got the chili piled up in this foot long. You assume the wiener is actually 12 inches or whatever foot long. I guess,
The bun's 12 inches.
but it's actually 2 smaller wieners. It's like if you get ripped off. I mean,
So it's not actually.
Oh, they don't give you
it's
one
not
bun.
a foot long dog
right? It's 2 dogs covered in chili.
in one bun.
And two
one bun.
separate.
So it's really just
Wieners?
a long bun
Yeah, it's a long bun.
It's a long bun,
with
two
2
different
wieners,
wieners.
2 different wieners.
covered in chili, hoping you won't notice.
Exactly. And I feel so ripped off because
It's just economical.
How?
Yeah.
Why? Why can't they make one long wiener and not two
I mean,
Exactly.
regular size ones?
It's the same with batteries. Like, if you want a really big battery, you put a bunch of really small batteries together.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh, yeah, now I'm the smart guy, huh?
Yeah, well, when you say something that is actually true, you're smart.
Maybe.
Yeah, and like when you want a house for shelter, you put a bunch of sunglasses together. Because anything in repetition is going to be a good shelter. And think of how many sunglasses get lost or stolen.
I wonder
or
if
thrown
anybody
away.
has built like a small house out of old used sunglasses. Somebody had to have. Like they build house out of everything.
Yeah, I did last week. I built a house out of sunglasses.
Yeah.
It was polarizing.
It was a
The
little
effect, yeah.
nice.
Well, but that
I do know.
In-
Carry on.
lesser developed countries where they don't have readily available electricity and it's hot, in order to create air conditioning, what they do is they create these tubes. They put they put in the wall, and all air conditioning is compressed air, so that when the air flows through it and it gets compressed as it goes through, it becomes cooler as it goes through. And so anytime that we do it electrically, we use electricity to create that effect. But what you can do, it's like a funnel. So
Are those called swamp coolers sort of thing?
yeah,
Like they have
it's
out
like
west?
the outside of the wall is these wide air scoops, and they're funnels that narrow, and as they go through the wall, it's a narrower outlet for that air to the inside, so that when the air comes through, it's cooler.
So are these tubes relying on the wind from
It's
outside?
just wind, yes. It's just the natural flow of air.
Because there's another method where they allow the house is actually the cavity, and then they have
It's like a vacuum.
like they open a window that's higher on the opposite end of the house to draw air in
Right.
from like an earth burned tunnel or something, and allow earth to cool the air.
That'd be so cool to have like a in-ground house where like hardly any of it's sticking out.
Yeah.
The energy efficiency would be great.
I think I
it's
said
like-
the word compressed. It's actually condensed. Condensed air.
Get your shit straight.
Yeah, because I mean, I was gonna call you out on that. I think Socrates actually came.
He had condensed air in the cave.
Are we in
No.
the cave?
What?
Should we go back into the
Are
cave?
we? No, I don't like the cave. It's really
Not the
dark
cave.
and damp in
All right,
there, and
we'll stay above.
there's only shadows. There's not real people.
Do you want to dip into the bowl?
Yeah. we
Hell,
could do
boy,
it.
do
Oh
I!
yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
You'll find out.
Okay.
Adam, you good?
Okay.
Should I do this in the
Yeah.
get the sound effect? As Bill gets the bowl.
Bill gets the bowl. You know, if I was listening to this and I heard somebody open a beer there and saying, now the other fellow will get a bowl.
That sounds like a really good time.
Exactly. It's party time.
is a
Unfortunately, that's
podcast
not
I
that.
wanna
That's not kind of bowl.
Why,
And
why do
that's
you think I wanted
illegal.
to come here and hang out with you guys?
right.
All right, he's
the
shaking up the bowl.
Shake, shake, shake.
All right, reaching in the bowl.
Okay, let's get on the bowl.
Pulling out
Can
of the
you
bowl.
describe the bowl for me today, please?
The bowl is a cylinder glass shaped vase.
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was more coming. No,
Yeah,
that's right.
No, it's
That's
a
it. That's all you're gonna.
That pretty much
Alright.
covers it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're supposed to make up
Okay,
shit.
we
Come
changed
on.
the
It's
bowl.
about what, 8 inches tall, 9 inches tall, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me
Kevin,
see.
pull
Hold
out-
on.
Pull out
Yeah,
your
Kevin,
finger,
come over
Kevin.
here. Let's measure this.
Hey, whoa,
Okay.
whoa!
So it's about 4 of Kevin's. All right.
4 Kevin's deep.
Yeah, 8 inches. Yeah.
Let's lay it down.
All right.
That's a tall
All right,
bowl.
in the bowl.
The bowl.
Oh.
We change the suggestion bowl every time, so
Yeah.
each time we describe it, it's going to be a little different.
Okay.
Interesting.
You ready for this? It's a question.
Oh god.
I
Yeah.
like questions because they lead to answers. Science.
Is Donald Trump an asshole?
Whoa. Who wrote that?
I
wrote
don't
that?
know who wrote it.
we can't
That's
talk.
Bill,
That's,
that's your-
political.
That's not my handwriting.
That's political.
political.
Next suggestion, please.
Next, yeah, just that's not
John Wilbur told me personally. He
Can
did
you-
not listen
can
to
anybody
the
just answer?
podcast.
Okay.
Kevin.
Huh?
Do you think Donald Trump's an asshole?
Well, if you look at the headlines, they ask Comey. That's all I got to say on that one.
Okay, that's very.
I think he is not taking the form of a person's asshole. And that's all I got to say about that.
All I got to
All
say about
right.
that.
Tim, do you want to answer?
I really don't.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
let's
will
keep-
say this.
Okay.
How do you define asshole?
Well, I was going to say
That's true.
an anatomy portion of
Right,
a
but it's a-
person's body.
Well, he's not literally an asshole.
Well,
but
that's
he's-
why I said no. That was
I'm not going to say he's not.
Well,
I think he's an asshole.
Yeah.
But
well,
All right,
John
another-
Wilbur personally told me he would not listen to this podcast anymore if, he
If we
got
talk about-
political.
yeah, we're not gonna get
we
political.
don't need politics.
so you can't even
we-
say a
we-
politician's name and be like, "Hey, is that
Hey,
person?"
we're not getting political. You know why?
Hillary Clinton's an asshole too. Is that good?
No, you got to remember one thing, Bill. This whole podcast is built to one basic fact.
What?
I love John Wilbur.
That is.
Wilbur.
And that's the basis of this podcast.
I don't know why that hurts me so much to hear you say that. But I have all these
Jealousy.
emotions stirring up inside of me.
Jealousy.
So we'll move on to the next question.
All right, next question in the box.
Moving on
Okay.
up.
To the city.
Okay, this is a much better question.
All right.
How much bread do you think you can fit between your toes?
I assume they're talking about dough-based bread, not currency.
Is that money?
How much bread do you think you can fit between Donald Trump's toes?
Bill.
Wait a second.
Hey. It's too soon.
Okay. Yeah, there's
Adam?
a lot of factors here. Have I?
Have you tried this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you judging me?
Who has it,
No.
Bill? You haven't tried this?
Yeah.
Not yet. I guess it sounds fun. I'll have to try it.
It's
Yeah.
a com-
With it.
What kind of bread's the best?
Just jam between your toes?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
we're
good
not talking about
sandwich
jam
white
or
bread.
peanut butter, just bread. Well, maybe I don't know. Are you putting a peanut butter and jam sandwich between your toes?
No, I'm saying like you just jam it in there.
Toe
not-
jam?
Not actual jam.
Yeah. I would take a shotgun to a couple of my toes so that I could fit more bread in between there if it was a competition. And I would also wet the bread so I could get the maximum amount of slices.
Like the hot dog guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Wet, soggy bread is the best between your toes.
Yeah, but it's not going to hold up. It's going to fall apart.
I'm using gravity as well. Thanks, gravity.
What?
You have clearly never been in a bread stuffing competition.
Yeah, I lied. I've never done it before either, Bill.
Okay, well, if you had,
Bread stuffing.
Do you eat the bread afterwards? I hope.
if you want to, I mean,
Just
I
waste it.
I don't like to eat my own toe bread. I eat other people's
So
toe
do-
bread because that adds to the experience.
Do you have toe bread club? And you exchange bread when you're done with each other's toes?
No. Why would you do that? That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
You're the one who said it. You eat other people's toe bread.
Well, how do we go
No,
back
I
into
don't.
the
I'm
bowl?
just saying I would.
This question sucks.
I agree. I was trying to figure out whether you modified the bread.
Yeah, how would you
Yeah,
modify it?
that's-
Is it pita bread?
So, Peter, do you roll it up?
And what counts as bread?
Is it a tortilla?
Yeah.
Flan?
Flan.
Oh, pawn.
Are cats extremely smart or are they extremely dumb?
Oh, see, this is a good one.
I think they're extremely violent.
Cats are violent?
Yeah. Think about it.
Yeah, they're
Cat could kill your ass, it'd kill your ass.
yeah.
But they're little.
They're sweet though.
They're little, that's what I'm saying. They're sweet because they know they can't kill your ass. But you ever see what they do to a rat or a snake or a,
Oh yeah.
I mean, they don't mess around.
I think.
Yeah, but
the-
is that because they're smart? The question was, are they smart or are they dumb?
I think they're
Okay,
very
they're
smart.
smart and evil.
Okay.
But I like cats. I don't want to.
Bill, you argue for dumb. I mean,
No.
for smart.
Smart.
Yeah, you argue for smart. Go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
1, 2,
Why
3.
why is a cat smart?
I have to think about the reasons just from being around like cats lately because we just got a cat in the last 2 years. We have 2 cats now, and watching them compared to the dogs, they're just smarter with their movements. They pick and choose when they're going to do something. So they're smarter than a dog. I'll put it that way. That's
I disagree.
really,
I think cats are stupid as hell.
really.
Yes. And I'll give you one example.
Okay, I have a counterpoint when you finish.
Okay, here's my reason, my experiential reason of why cats are stupid. I had a cat when I was in high school.
Maybe just your cat was stupid.
Maybe it was just my cat.
Did it walk in the walls?
Yeah, pretty much.
Was he
The cat
blind? Did you take it to the vet?
The cat got down like it
My
was gonna
dog had a lot of
pounce.
batteries when it was young, so that I think made it retarded.
Please let Tim finish his.
I'm
dog
in my,
cats.
Go
I'm
ahead,
in my
Tim.
cat pouncing stance. I'm telling the story.
Okay.
The cat was down like it was gonna pounce.
You look like a pussy.
If Trump was here, he'd grab you.
Go ahead, sir. I couldn't resist that.
I
Sorry.
gotta
I
keep-
apologize.
I gotta keep my
to
pose.
John Wilbur because I love John Wilbur.
I love John Wilbur.
I love John Wilbur too.
So the
Yes,
cat
get-
was
So
down.
we're
in
not
the-
going to interrupt you anymore.
You
Dave.
guys-
we promise.
Oh, I believe that. The cat's in the pouncing pose where they're like down and their ass is
Yeah.
up in the air and they're
just
ready
like
to go.
you're doing right now.
Yeah,
That's
face
impressive.
down. Never mind.
Sweet
And
ass.
so-
Face down, cats up.
So the cat's ready to pounce, and so it's like but there's nothing there, and so I'm like, maybe it sees something, or there's has some sense of something else that's about to happen. No, the cat pounces, bam, smack into a brick wall where there's nothing there, and just smacks into the wall.
Maybe the cat can see stuff you can't see.
I think the cat was stupid.
Did the cat get into something like narcotics or anything?
No, I don't think there were any narcotics around at that time.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I don't know.
What's your counterpoint?
What's your
counterpoint?
My point. I mean, okay, you look at it. Now, that's, some people say dogs are smarter because they'll actually obey what you say. But maybe cats are smart enough not to screw with you. You know?
Go
Well,
ahead.
see, here's the thing behind that.
Okay.
Is that there's this theory that cats, this is a tongue-in-cheek theory,
Yeah.
the cats once ruled the world, that they were the emperors of all creation.
Everybody knows that.
And that's
I
how
pray to a cat every night.
Who tried to say that
Bill's
about Bill?
actually Egyptian.
That's why he's going to hell.
Yeah, they
But if I'm right, you're fucking going to hell.
Okay. All right, Tim.
But the theory is that the cats were in charge of the planet, and they realized how stupid everybody was and how much of a pain in the butt it was to run this planet. And they just said, screw it, and we'll just play dumb and let people feed us, and we'll go poop in a box. Like, that's...
They're smart though. They go poop in a box and they'll pee in a box. That's
Oh.
pretty smart.
No, cats actually did rule the world at one point.
When was it, Adam? Don't
No,
you can't
I
just
mean,
stop.
I don't.
You have to
everybody's
wait for us to ask. Just
Everybody's
finish the-
staring at me like there's
Finish the
more.
story.
Like
Yeah.
that
Planet of the
statement
Cats.
is not enough.
No, it's not.
Okay,
We need
cats.
explanation.
Cats ruled the world. Period. Like
Period,
that.
okay.
That's a statement,
And
and
that's the
it's
end of
true.
this.
No, and now they know everything. They have their punya,
Punya.
which is knowledge.
They all call her Punya because no
No,
one really
damn it,
knows her
Kevin.
name.
Pussy said Punya.
She's a Mexican blackbird and send all my money back home.
Yeah.
That is totally irrelevant.
Wait, Kevin, you're from Mexico?
That's the song, man.
Oh,
The Mexican blackbird's named the song.
I dig it.
Okay.
You jab.
Yeah.
I can jab.
There was a funny thing I saw on the internet.
Yeah, I was
Said,
done with my story.
Maybe we never know when you're done with your story.
Yeah, you don't have to keep telling it.
you come out.
So,
You gotta like yank it out of you.
so when did the cats lose control?
yes, God.
Or
They have not
did they
looked-
freely give it up?
No, they haven't given up anything. They haven't lost control.
You know why they let
They're in a game and they're training us.
Cat and mouse game.
cats ain't got goddamn thumbs, bitch. That's why we rule this world.
Because you got a thumb.
Thumbs up.
Exactly, baby.
That is true. That's Facebook knows that.
the thumb.
Like us on Facebook. Is anybody in here
the
podcast?
thumb is what separates us from everybody else or every other animal.
That's not true. Space separates us from everything else. Space.
Space.
A cave.
Did you know if you look at your hand
In a cave?
and you keep anywhere, in a cave, outside a cave, wherever,
In a toilet.
you keep magnifying in on your
In hell?
hand. Sure, that too. No part of your hand is connected to any other part of your hand. Thumbs ain't got shit to do with it, Kevin.
Okay.
Nothing is.
I think Adam's cut off.
There's space in between everything. Space makes
Well,
a
no,
whole.
I think we talked about this before. Like, you can always get
Yeah.
a little bit, like, you can always get halfway closer to any given object and never
Yeah.
get there.
I mean, I've never actually shaken a person's hand ever.
Yes, you
because I physically can't.
What are you waving at? Oh, there's Heather.
Yeah,
Heather.
that's a
There's
person.
Mrs. Tim.
But
So
That's a person.
He waved as he said he was not shaking people's hands.
Yeah,
he was
that's
shaking his
right.
own hand.
it's true. What a liar.
Oh wow!
Oh, you're so full of crap.
What are you talking about?
Full of crap.
I pooped earlier today, and I left it in the toilet.
did you poop?
Or
What?
did someone else poop in your toilet?
Or did somebody poop bomb you?
That's right. I think the poop happened, and that's all I can say.
Did you check your tank to see if you got upper
Did
decker?
you flush it?
I don't.
Did you shake hands with the poop?
You can't physically. I tried.
Well, personally, you know. Well, I was thinking that song about Primus, Shake Hands with the Beef. Boom, 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 boom. Shake hands with the beef. Boom, boom,
Is that
boom.
about masturbation?
Might be.
No,
Shake hands with the beef?
it's butchery.
The beef.
The beef.
Beef.
Are you
Yeah.
saying
Shake
beef?
hands with the beef.
With the
that-
beef.
Yeah,
That's
you ever
why I
heard that
said,
one?
is
Yeah,
that
shake hands with the
about
beef.
That's a pretty
masturbation?
thinly veiled euphemism there for,
Yeah, I never thought about it. I
Whatever
just
that
thought.
means.
For what?
Shake hands with the
for
beef.
jerking off.
Oh.
Wow.
That's why I said masturbation. You know what masturbation
it was
is?
a-
Yes, I'm agreeing with you. That's what I was-
No.
This blonde-headed girl was like grilling out in the video and just shake hands with the beef. Down, down.
Yeah, because he's watching her. Yeah.
Well, anybody gonna go see the Primus Mastodon concert? I know a lot about Primus. I don't know shit about Mastodon, but I pulled up some of their videos, and it was pretty cool. It wasn't too heavy, but it was a funny ass video.
I've seen Primus several times. They're a good band
I'm
to
gonna
see.
see. I'm gonna go see Mastodon and Primus. Anybody want to go?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go.
Saw them at
gotta-
the Roseland Ballroom one time in New
I
York.
love
That's an
Primus.
awesome concert.
I'm not too familiar with Mastodon.
I
It's
don't know
gotta.
about
This has
Mastodon.
got to happen within the next 3 weeks, though.
Yeah, there's a ticking time bomb over here.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
a
an
ticking
atom
time
bomb.
bomb.
Yeah, we'll have
No.
yeah, we can't. So we'll miss our chance to go take a Fish concert. We can take him to a Primus concert.
Okay.
Is that Optimus Primus?
No, it's the.
Wob, wob, wob.
Are you familiar with South Park?
Yes, I'm familiar with South
Okay,
Park.
they wrote their biggest hit is this theme to South Park. Well, I'm going down South Park, going to have myself a time.
Adam, you don't even know this.
That's what I do every time. Kevin and Bill start singing a song. I have no idea what's going on, but I don't want to feel left out.
I don't have any problem being left out. I don't.
Well, you're a loser.
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 Boo.
Boo, Tim.
That's why he gets booed.
Somebody's got to make these guys feel better about
Hey,
themselves.
Satan will
Adam.
always be friends with you, man. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, me and Satan will hang out in the cave.
I can't believe you guys don't know about the cave. But anyway, 3 weeks. I'm
3 weeks. You'll be gone.
Heading out, leaving on a jet plane.
Windmill school, here you come.
Yeah.
Blowing guys all over the place.
What?
That's
I don't know if it's just playing that or not. Okay. Okay.
so. Is that what they teach at this school?
What are you exactly going to school for?
I don't know.
You ever heard of Don Quixote?
Yeah, Don
Yeah,
Quixote.
he was a
it's the same
steel,
thing.
he was a
Don
steel
He's
driving
gonna
man.
build wooden windmills and fight imaginary monsters on a horse.
The man from
Isn't that what it teaches at that school?
La Mancha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that's it.
I build spinny things out of wood, and I fight imaginary things.
All right.
That's a great Spanish accent.
What? Who said I was Spanish?
Don Quixote is Spanish.
Is Don Quixote
Yeah, but
Spanish?
I'm Adam.
I know, but you were
I am I.
I?
referencing Don Quixote
No.
out of what Kevin had just said.
Why would you say I was referencing something if you weren't sure about it? That's misinformation. That's the same as saying you can use chalkboard paint to fill in asphalt potholes. That's totally ridiculous and not factual at all.
Yeah, it sucks.
See, Adam's playing mind games now.
Yeah. Mind games. Oh, shit.
Speaking of mind
Speaking of
games.
mind games,
What's about to happen?
Oh,
let's get some mind games.
What's going on?
Mind.
this is trippy.
Good luck. Donate this time to mind games.
Is anybody in here?
This is our mind games. 30 seconds.
I like to laugh.
That's sort of
I think we gotta get out of here.
yeah, we got to leave. Okay.
That was rough.
That was rough. Okay.
I miss it already.
That Mind Games was brought to you by
Bill's bathroom break.
Bill's Bathroom Break. In a restaurant we can't mention.
Bill's bathroom break.
Bill's Bathroom Break.
Bill's bathroom break. Grab a beer, Bill.
Bill, we did Mind Games for gone, and I feel sort of bad you missed it, so I think we need to do a few more seconds for Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a few more seconds for Bill.
Do some mind games for
Here's
Bill.
some Mind Games for Bill. There you go. Okay, here we are, Bill.
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 Come on.
They don't go in your They go in your ears.
I couldn't hear well. My butt. Much better than
Okay.
So we're just going through the sound effects?
Well, we just had a mind game word and we decided to play.
Kevin thought of the word mind games.
Was it me?
Sound like I'm like a nightmare like a TV show.
It's really hard to talk.
It is. So you ready to go back to our warm lounge? 25
Yeah, let's hear warm lounge.
That's what we've been on.
Let's go to another place.
That's what we've been on for a pretty good while. I thought it was pretty mellow, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you want to try another place?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, what's going on?
I don't know.
We did some mind games with Bill.